This
Guys, can
conference
you able
will
to hear
now
my
be
voice?
recorded.
Let others to come also, but meanwhile I will start. Outside is full of rain and I'm getting full hot here because it's again big lengthy thing, so that's why I want to go. Here is the question is what is the difference between on-premises data center, on-premises or a traditional data center, and cloud differences? First of all, we should know what are the things data center means, what are the things are there, what are the components are there, so what are the management we are doing, so that we were going to discuss. Okay, guys, ready? My voice is clear.
That is clear.
Yeah, very good. So first of all, if you are working in an organization, okay, maybe I have a enterprise. I'm maintaining management means my infrastructure. My infrastructure. Okay. So my infrastructure, my organization infrastructure. What is meaning of infrastructure? Or maybe what is on premises? Means what is on premises means? So what is on premises within my organization, or for my organization purpose only, not for a public access purpose. On premises, my server is in my room, my desktop is in my room, or maybe my data center is in my office or a organization, maybe in geometrically or maybe different geographical locations, but still this belongs to my organization only on premises. Okay, meaning is that what is infrastructure? Infrastructure means the components we use in a computing world. So for example, CPUs, RAM, motherboard, the cabinets, or maybe a blades, or maybe a racks or mounts, cables, like that. So these are all comes under infrastructure only. Not only these IT components, others also comes under infrastructure like AC, tables, chairs, lights, fans. All these are all comes under infrastructure. Power supplies. These are all part of infrastructure only. Entire organization structure it is. Okay. So we'll see. So different components of data center. Okay. Components of data center or organization. So total thing. So different names are there. What are the name it is? Based on the name, you can able to think. Like on premises meaning is server is in our place. Okay. Infrastructure means the component we use in our total organization. So data center means is a single data center or a whole data center like a server room kind of stuff. Okay. So here it is. I am talking about in a data center manner only. So on premises data center like. Okay. Guys, first of all, understand. First, I will open Paint. At least by this time, this Paint and my go-to meeting won't fight each other. Last time we got a flickering. 2 times we got a flickering. Okay, this is a server room. First thing, what is happened? Yeah, it is started. Yesterday I cleaned my PC almost like I deleted 10 applications from my PC. This is all our old application, only runtime environment based application. Got it? All got already. Okay. So how slowly it is closing. So flickering. Still, I don't understand why it is a problem for my. So like this. See again. So just leave it for in a minute, then it will settle down. Okay. Yeah, here it is. I think you remember the hardware servers when I told about it, and the redundancy, storage, and all kind of stuff. So this covers everything again, just like a last time story. That time it is a very big diagrams. Here is the diagrams are very less. So this time we'll see the paint. I can draw with a drawing, but it is we can't able to revert anything, so we can't change anything. Yeah, again, distract here only. Uh, See why this is fighting each other. So next time. So you can't do anything. Just keep crashing. I deleted the background application, GoToMeeting application also to save my computing. It is showing Crossmark now. Yeah, for example, this is my data set, my server room. So I have a servers. Okay, I have a servers. If I need a server, like for example, I need a web server. So one web server is a danger, like it's a physical machine can able to down. So for a redundancy, I put a 2 servers or 3 servers. I configure a high availability services, and we have to store the data. So I use a SAN storages. Okay, so I have a servers. Okay, and I have a storage, central storage like a NAS or SAN storages. As per my requirement, you choose one of the thing. Up to here it is okay, but when you are connecting to the public access, so when you are connecting a public access, you need a firewalls, VPNs, right? You need a firewall, VPN, routers. Of course, for internal communication, we need a switches. Okay, we need a switches, storage devices, servers. Okay, um, we need requirement. So here it is. These are the basic components. How many servers are there? How much redundancy are following? All these things will come up. Okay, so servers, storages. Another one is network components, okay, routers and switches. Cables. You want to use a UTP cable or a fiber optical cables. For example, SAN connection. So you want to connect a servers to the SAN, you need a fiber optical connection. So fiber optical related switches, routers we required. Okay, so if you are using a Ethernet cables, so then we need Ethernet related kind of stuff. Okay. Next, you need a security. For security, we are using a firewalls, checkpoint servers, like that. For remote access, VPN servers are required. And you are connecting to the public is are outside, or maybe remote. Your organization or your branch or a corporate organizations are in a different location, so you have to take a leased lines. What is a leased line? You take a line for a particular period of time, a dedicated line. So normally we are using internet is a broadband. Our internet is broadband internet. Broadband means it is a highway road type. Okay, it is a highway road. High bandwidth we will get it. For example, mine is a 50 Mbps broadband. When I will see the 50 Mbps, either by night time or early morning, like if you see the highway road, morning, early morning, like a 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 7 o'clock, the road is very clear and you can go very faster. Even the signals are so very less time period is there. Once it is 8:30, you started 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30. Imagine. So whenever the time is going to the more public access comes, so more load on it. Just like our internet broadband. Internet broadband is like a 50 Mbps or 100 Mbps or 10 Mbps. So when the load increases, when the more people are start accessing the internet, so obviously your internet become a slower. These leased lines will stable one. Okay, so stable internet. It is means if I take 10 Mbps, I will get 10 Mbps only. So I don't get a 8 Mbps or a like that. So understand, leased lines means first, for example, if I said 10 Mbps leased line, it means I will get always, either morning, evening, or afternoon. I will get 10 Mbps constant internet data transmission speed. If you take a broadband, okay, guys, it is look like a people think like, sorry, you are saying cloud and you are saying broadband. I'm not saying cloud. I'm not saying a broadband also. I'm going with all terminologies, all terminologies. Okay, any terminology you want it, I will include here. Okay, so broadband internet speed, it is not like a 10 Mbps or 20 or 50. It shows up to, first thing is up to 50 Mbps, up to 100 Mbps, up to 1 Gbps, like that. So they will show the speed range up to 150 Mbps. This is up to is a smaller one, and this one is a very big one. They said up to 50 Mbps. It can be 50, or it can be a 40, or 30, or 20, or maybe a 1 Mbps, or maybe a zero point 0.1 Mbps also can be there. Okay, it means it is not a stable internet. So that's why they said up to maximum speed you will get a 50 Mbps or maybe a less. Okay, okay. So if you are not in a maximum, then you will get a less also. It depends upon the traffic in the lines. Means all using same road, then it is automatically traffic increases. Leased lines are dedicated lines. In the dedicated lines, not allowed for others. It is just like a private line, means completely for you only 10 Mbps I given. In the leased line also there is a standards are there. Okay, 1T or 1E standards are there. Okay, check in internet what is 1T or 1E. So what is the speed? 1T means actually 1.544 Mbps. This is a leisure line standards, like that. 2T, 3T, 4T is there. It means T number is increases. Then the combination of T's increases and you will get a more speed. So they will calculate what is the bandwidth line they have to assign to you. So the ISP provider or a leisure line provider, that is like ISP provider only. So they will calculate. Dedicated lines you will get it. And you want to access directly in a public, so then compulsory you need a public IP address is required. Okay, because you have a server should access to the public, or a VPN server is there, so compulsory public access is there. Next, geographical connections, WAN connections. Okay, so geographical connections, WAN connections also made through, okay, made through leased lines only. Means we are connected with our service provider. They are connected with their service provider. Geographically different connections, like a WAN connections. For example, this is in India. I maintain infrastructure, and this is for example Australia. Why always America? So we'll use Australia sometimes. Okay, so Australia, another office is there. So I will connect these lines to Australia, my another office. Okay, so Indian office to Australian office, Australia office to America, New Jersey office, or a New Jersey to Exton office, or maybe Florida, Florida to maybe Japan. Japan to some South Korea, because we don't connect. They don't connect North Korean. So South Korea, or maybe South Korea to Bangladesh, or like that. Maybe Singapore, Malaysia, different countries are there, no? So like that. So one country to another country, or maybe distant geographical connections. Actually, WAN means wide area network means, so one of your server or maybe one of the branches in one country, another country, it is there, like longer distance communications. Through fiber optical connections, main is a fiber optical connection is there. Through here one exchange means service provider, we are connected, and here another service provider, same service provider in either way. So they are connected here. So through fiber optical channel, but it is look like you are connected physically. Okay. So this is you have to maintain. Got the
What is
point,
one?
guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is
Tell
1E
me.
speed? 1E speed, sir.
What is
1E speed.
1T is a leisure line standards are
1,
there.
sir. 1E speed,
One,
not T, sir.
1E,
Yes, sir.
both are okay. It is giving some different, or even 1E or even, yeah, even, sorry. Even is 1E means 2.048 Mbps. E0 is 64 kbps, like that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
T1 speed. T1 speed is a 1.544 Mbps. What is the difference? Of course, speed is difference is there. Of course, speed is difference is there. If you see T3 is a 43 megabytes, T1 is 1.5 Mbps, right? So what is the E1 T1 difference? Is also there, no? Okay. Last time when I told, like, I thought it is T1 is actually, I know it is a T1, but I thought it is a wrong. Then I changed my answer. Like, okay, like this. What is the difference between E1 and T1? T1 is a North American term, whereas E1 is a European term. Got it? So like our plug connections are there, no? Like that power connections are there. Like European standards we are using. We are not using American standards. And the frequency, power frequency and all, we are using a European standards only, 220 volts, 50 hertz frequency. As American is a 110 volts, it's a 60 hertz. Okay, different frequency, different power supply, right? That I like that. It is also a standards. Of course, the speed is also is a little different from one to another one. Okay, yeah, here it is. It's one. Okay, like this. Okay, so here guys understand. So it is the lease line from one office to another office. We are able to connect it with a lease lines through ISP provider. It is more look like uh, connected directly, like we are in the same LAN network only. It means what are the IP address here, it is look like here also same IP address type. Okay, so like that. So why VPN is required? We have a connection like this. What is the difference between that and VPN? VPN for a public access people means I'm a personally sitting here. I cannot connect it to my data center or maybe my corporate office infrastructure, because of I don't have any legal line link from my laptop to my corporate network. So if in case if you are cannot able to establish or no establishment of any direct connections from your organization to another organization, or maybe so one organization to another branch kind of stuff, or maybe from a user in the outside of network and want to access, so that time VPN is useful. VPN for a remote public access purposes only, where we cannot able to establish a direct line connections, like a leased line connections. If you cannot able to establish from a public user to normal, not a public user, a user in the public internet. Okay, through internet he can able to connect our corporate office, and he can access our infrastructure, database, whatever it is, through VPN, virtual private network. It is a very common question they are asking now. Okay, guys, understand this leased lines? So leased line means a dedicated speed lines, and second one is another term, like there is a standards like a T1 and E1. T1 and E1, so two different speeds are there. It's a one is not a is a like a represent as some speed, either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. Each one will represent certain speed. Okay, so what are the speed you are going, so then that is a line they will connect it to you. Next, no organization in a different geographical places, they cannot connect directly. Okay, but they can connect it through ISP service providers, so they can establish these legal lines connections. Okay, so we don't go much but okay, in another hand, so if you want to access things remotely, so then also we can able to access through VPN for a through internet. You want to access our corporate network, so then we can access through VPN also. So my point is here, it is legal lines. Again, you have to pay for legal lines. Okay, and you have to pay for public IP address, because you are accessing through public only. So if you are accessing through public, then it is a public IP addresses are required, dedicated IP addresses required, right? So you have to purchase multiple public IP addresses, domain names, like that you have to purchase one by one. So okay, here it is. Where am I? Yeah, my infrastructure. So like this is my component based infrastructure. Okay, so here it is one more thing. Next point is, this is a very important, right? So my infrastructure, where I have my server storages, VPN server routers or firewalls, switches, these are all very important components. This is my company core infrastructure. So I should maintain a complete authorization. Means first thing is, like physically it should be not accessible for everyone. Physical access restriction. So I have to say, so no, everybody not allowed here. I have to give authenticated for a dedicated user, like a 5 members, 10 members in organization. Depends upon organization. So only few people can able to access it. Even you said like I'm an administrator, I'm a CEO, I'm a HR, like I want to go inside. Okay, so you cannot. So first of all, only who can able to enter, so they dedicatedly given an access permission to those people only. Their ID scanning, like using ID scanning, thumb impression, password protection, iris scanning. Okay, different kind of stuff, like if you watch any movies like a Mission Impossible 1 2 3 4 5 6 kind of stuff, so whatever it is you go, that's it can see some data centers there. Okay, so very big data centers, so very huge sensitive data stores in a different security levels, physical access levels. In another of course we need a checkpoint server. One more is important, that is intrusion detection system. Intrusion prevention. Okay, so these are the two terms. You can type in a Google also, you can find a full form for that one. IDS, IPS kind of stuff. It is a detection system. In intrusion detection system means, so whenever any attacks occurs, someone enter into our network, so someone enter into our network without our part thing, so someone deliver a packet to us, So you have to detect whether it is which one is, what are the networks are entering, which one is dangerous, which is harmful. Immediately alert and isolate the threat immediately. That is called a detection system. Prevention system, choose who can able to access. Allow only those access permissions only. Make sure much encryptions and completely prevent from the hackers kind of stuff. This is ethical hacking related like that, to prevent from the network. It is related to network security. Of course, firewalls, checkpoints, IDS, IPS. So these are all systems for network security. Okay, and this is physical security. Network security is important as well as physical security is important. Putting a CC cameras, put a CC camera who are accessing here, who are roaming here also. So CC cameras also very important, both in internal and external, exterior, interior of the your server room. Okay, physical security. Next point. So these are servers, right? So servers, storages, routers, and all. These are all electronic components. We have to keep them always in a particular dedicated temperature only. Okay, so certain components cannot withstand more than 55 degrees. Some are 75 degrees, some are 110 degrees. They can't stand. Some are with the 200, 300 degrees also it is okay for them. Some are won't work in a very cool environment also. So we have to maintain a particular temperature here. Particular temperature here. Either it is like a 20 degrees, 17 degrees, 16 degrees. Temperature should be maintained, and the temperature to maintain it, we required air controllers. Okay, AC is required. Okay, maintain the temperature in a particular condition. Air condition, sorry, not controllers kind of stuff. Air coolers, not air coolers. Air conditioners are required, not coolers. Don't cool the air, only condition the air. Air conditions are there. AC is required. Air conditioner. Okay, so it will maintain the temperature, and air condition also must be dry, not a moisture, and also maintain the moisture level. Everything is a physical environment, so we have to maintain moisture level also. Don't go with a more very less moisture, or maybe high moist kind of stuff should not be there. So control the moisture. Temperature is very important. Ventilations are important. Ventilations are important. Okay, so make sure that people who are going, they can able to breathe. Okay, because there people are so ventilation shafts is a requirement, or maybe through cooling system or a central AC cooling kind of stuff you are maintaining. Make sure that oxygen levels also should be maintained properly. Okay, how much oxygen mixer is there? Okay, should be maintained in the simple. Too much oxygen, if any small fire spark, forget about it, you will get a hash only. Okay, maybe if you are want to dig in a gold in that hash, you can take it. So otherwise you can find a hash only. So low level of oxygen, people who are working there, so they will die easily. Okay, you want to kill someone of your administrator and stuff, firing him, so you can send it and lower the oxygen level, so he will die there only. Okay, so maybe some of you are getting ideas now. Okay, so oxygen level maintenance. Next, power supply maintenance. Power supply maintenance. So we are taking AC lines normally by industrial AC lines we are taking, but power supply can be gone. So last time someone told, what about if blackouts are occur? Okay, so blackouts means a complete power shutdown in the city or a particular area. So complete power shutdown. Okay, so what if the blackouts are occur? Maybe a power supply can be down. So here in Pune, one thing good is like a power lines are not exposed to outside. So then this much of raining thing, so we won't get a power cut that much high for everything. Otherwise, we have to in Pune, so we have to spend at least 3 to 5 months, at least 3 months continuously. Means 3 months continuously from like June, July, August, September. Continuously you have to spend in a no power supply because full raining here. But if you take like my parents are in Visakhapatnam, a small raindrop is came, then power cut. Okay, so like that. So make sure that power supply continuously are there. Second one is prepare for a backup power supply. Okay, backup power supply is also required. So what is the backup power supply? Like a generators, UPS kind of stuff also you should maintain. UPS maintenance. UPS is not withstand for a longer period of time, then start immediately power cut, start using a generators. Meantime UPS will start giving a power to our machines. So generators we required like that. And next one is the power cabling. Power cabling is very important, because if you use a cheaper cable, or maybe then some leak cable is there, the short circuit will occur and it cause a burning accidents, right? So your infrastructure will burn automatically. So very simple. So like that. Next one is like a coverages, like a PVC covers. So don't use a PVC in a home or any environment. So for a cabling purpose, don't use PVCs. Use less PVC in a home, and as well as in industries, and main in our server rooms. Because like when spark is occurs, like a shortcut to short supply is occur, short circuit is occur, a spark generated and it is start burning. Once PVC is burned, PVC means polyvinyl chloride. So when it is burned, it generates a poisonous gases. So people usually die if you check any burning accidents like that, like a fire accident is occurs. Mostly people don't die by a fire; they will die by poisonous gases only, because of the plastic or a polyvinyl chloride, PVC pipes, PVC materials in a home. Okay, so it is look like good, but it is not that much. It is a poison. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC. So these are all suggestions, maintenance things. Of course, employees also there. So we'll get back to the employees again. But again, I will write what are the components are there. Again, simply I will write. First of all, we have a servers, like a hardware servers. Okay, so like a blades are there, like a blade servers, maybe a racks, or maybe you have a towers. Okay, blades, blade servers, rack server, tower servers. Next one is like a networking components, like a routers. You have a switches. Okay, cables like twisted pair cables, like a UTP, STP cables are there. Fiber optical cables are there. Okay, fiber optical cables are there. Storage devices like storages like iSCSI, or maybe a NAS kind of stuff, or sandboxes are there, right? Storages, network components, like what are the network devices we use? Router switches mainly, of course, hubs, cables are there. Of course, firewalls also one of the part. VPN server, firewall as a VPN or VPN servers, checkpoint servers. Okay, that is also like a security purpose. Okay, checkpoint servers, any IDS IPS servers for a network security purpose. Okay, it is a network related things, network components related things, for external connections, internal connections, modems. You are using a modems, server, storage, network, cable, firewall. Anything else which comes under IT? Anything? I think something I miss. Storage is said, right? Guys, anybody Any point we are missing in IT components? Okay. Yeah, legal lines you have to maintain. Legal lines, public IP addresses. Again, it is public IP addresses. Okay, so very good. Next level is a physical. I'm directly telling a physical security. This is a network security. I'm not putting a heading, but because I have written a VPN, so that's why I'm not writing. VPN is also one kind of security, but okay. So for a network security, VPN servers, of course. Also, yeah, your favorite proxy server. Okay, next legal lines, public for outside communications, physical security. So physical security is another important for a, you have to require, you may require a metric. Okay, your biometric authentication system is required. Okay, biometric authentication system is required, like thumb impression, iris kind of stuff. Okay, password, stronger password to enter into that one. Passwords are required. Okay, so maintain a CC cameras compulsory. Any flicker circles, you know, when one day I watching in my very young stage only, but there is a movie, English movie usually. There is a flickering occurs on a monitor. So the guy who is seeing it, instead of checking it, normally in movies only it happens, like any computers or cams are doing some flickering kind of stuff. So they will, we are in India, we touch the screen monitor. So like slap 1 or 2 times, maybe it is working, maybe it is a monitor kind of stuff. But usually in a security level, so don't take any small change immediately. A person, at least one person will go and verify what's going on, where it is that one, checking it any unusual things are happens. Okay, like that. Okay, it's a biometric authentication, passwords, CC cameras are should be maintained. So only allow the authorized person, do not allow any other unauthorized persons. Okay, on duty people only should be attended, not off duty people. Means I'm authorized person to go to the server room, but my duties are, so I cannot allow. Okay, do not allow any electronic equipments. Okay, so we should not allow any electronic equipment. Compulsory verify is anybody is as per organization guideline only you are allowed. Okay, so as a person, and you're what are you bringing it? So like you have to, you should not carry any mobile phones. Okay, like mobile phones, pen drives, like USB drives, any cables, even a small cable also you cannot able to carry. Any small copper wire also you cannot carry until unless you are authorized to allow the particular thing for a particular purpose, like a cables kind of stuff, mobiles, USBs, CD, DVD. Okay, CD, DVD kind of stuff also you are not allowed to access. Okay, so not even a cables also we cannot able to do it. So physically we have to secure it. Next, maintain the environment. So maintain the environment. So environment conditions are like temperature condition is like maintain the temperature. Okay, maintaining temperature is important. So like in a particular degrees only, always temperature. Oxygen level. Okay, maintain the oxygen level in a thing, or oxygen mixer level. So guys, oxygen does not mean it's a pure oxygen. It is a mixture of oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, every mixture. Like we are breathing, not a pure oxygen. We should not breathe anyway. Pure oxygen only in a certain level only, but mostly if you go to the hospital, if you see, it is three lines are there: oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. This mixture compulsory is there. So that's the oxygen. Because why I'm telling now, last time I seen a Facebook post, I feel like how stupid people are there. It's not about it's about oxygen, but not before example. So when we have a time, then we'll discuss that one also. That's why I'll scroll always like a social media. Okay, temperature, oxygen levels, power supply. Okay, environment, of course it is we are talking in an environment. So moist. Okay, moisturizer. Okay, moist means like a wet condition. How much moist is allowed and how much is not allowed. If it is a moisture is increasing in the server room, and again it is send an alarm immediately. Moisture is a higher, temperature is higher, the room total room temperature is higher. Okay, and also maintain a ventilation. Usually there is no ventilations we are not there, so we are not allow, we don't put any ventilations there. Okay, only ventilations for a AC or a centralized AC related one only, but we don't give any ventilation shafts or rotating kind of stuff, we don't give. So it is a complete sealed room. Mostly it is a glass based sealed rooms, or a complete um, concrete room only. It is we don't put any ventilations in a movie. Some data centers they shows, but it's generally there is no ventilation. If you oxygen level down, automatically ventilation is down. So no ventilation, so people will die there. Next is radiation. What is radiation? Of course, heat we can call it as a radiation. Another radiation is a electromagnetic interference, because entirely electronic equipment, magnetic, electric things are there, right? So obviously electromagnetic radiation is very high in the room. So maintain the radiation levels and maintain the temperature levels, is make sure that one. And if anyone is allowing, give him a radiation anti-radiation magnet kind of stuff. They have to maintain a magnetic things to maintain it. Okay, so this is the environmental condition. Next one is a power supply. Okay, next one is a power supply. Power supply means we are providing AC power supply. Of course, in India, 220 volts, 50 hertz frequency, we are providing AC power supply. Direct line, main line power supply, main line AC power supply we have to give. So generally, for a backup, you require a generators. Okay, so regular generators, power generators are required. Okay, so next one is UPS, uninterrupted power supply. What is UPS? Uninterrupted power supply. Online UPS is required. So whenever the power is any changes occur, UPS is already there, so then automatically it is supply is there. Okay, normally the power supply is like this. If you know the UPS, it's okay, but if you don't know, then it is, see why it is showing like this. Yeah, very good. Okay, so here is my main power supply. Main power supply will go to UPS first, and UPS to our systems. Okay, not like this, either like this plus like this maybe. So UPS will always say charging mode, and your power supply is there. Okay, either like this or maybe only like this, either both the ways are this way only. So what is the advantage of this one? Even if your power is down, your main power is down, no problem, UPS is continuously supplying, so you don't get any small flicker in that one. So that is like a online UPS. Okay, so next is a power generator. So when power is gone automatically, so UPS cannot give supply for a very long period of time, so compulsory generators are required. UPS also should charge us, right? So generators automatically give the power supply. Next, monitoring is important, guys. Again, coming into the monitoring, it is a whole subject of monitoring, not only a cloud data center and all. So what is the monitoring? Because it is a one part of our subject anyway, understand the monitoring. So monitoring, usually different protocols we use it. SNMP protocol we are using in the monitoring. But what to monitor? What to monitor? Monitor the network monitoring. So how your network, your segments like a routers, switches, each individual PCs, servers, storages, all connections. Monitoring the network with a centralized monitoring system is required. Next one is monitor your servers. Is server is running, server is down, server is CPU, how much it is performance. Okay, is it running? So I put a question here. It is it running or it is a down? Okay, these two things. And performance. Okay, so what is the performance? Like a CPU performance, RAM, how much RAM utilizing, disk read and write. Okay, network related means your Ethernet data transmission. Okay, and application performance, whether this application is working good or not, like a different type of performance monitoring is there. So running, not running, kind of stuff is there. Okay, so this is a monitoring parameters are there. Okay, so monitoring network, in a network also how it is a functioning, flow, data flow is there, like that. Okay, network monitoring, server monitoring. First I will put a parameters first. Is something component is running or a down? Performance wise is running. In network wise, data flow. Okay, data flow or a data transmission speed. Okay, so the transmission speed, like these are parameters. Network monitoring, server monitoring, storage monitoring. Storage, like a disk is there, disk failure, or maybe totally redundancy still there, redundancy also failure. Got the point, guys? Storage, redundancy is there, redundancy failure, storage is there, storage is full, storage is full, storage is about to full. Levels like warning, alerts, errors, down, this kind of stuff. So you will get a warning. If something goes wrong, you will get a warning, or maybe alert. Alert, ALERT. Yeah, it is a alerting system. So anything issues occur, immediate alerting, sending a warnings. Okay, a basic information. Okay, informal information means like, okay, it is on, running. This is a information. It is disk is full, about to full, warning. Not working, it is like a error or a exception. Okay, so it is like a error. And alerting the people. If information, no alerts, simple a notification. Okay, if you got some information, your disk is connected, like that, that is information. It means a simple notification. Okay, it simply, it will say, you will get a small notification, that's it. Warning, compulsory. It is a notification with a warning symbol. Notification with a warning symbol. What is a warning symbol? Triangle, yellow triangle with a exclamatory mark. Error. It is a compulsory red in color. Okay, notification with a red color, red color cross mark notification. Like that, it will come. Alert. So compulsory alert the people. So then immediately find and solve the issues. So what is this monitoring? It is. What are the components are there in a data center? We are monitoring that one. Okay, network means router, switches, cables, data flow, everything we do monitoring. Servers, function of the servers and performance of servers, storages and how much storage is there, redundancy. Okay, redundancy will okay, redundant. Okay, so I understand redundancy means like a write levels are there. If disk is down, still we can able to access or not access. If not access means redundancy is down. Disk is down, okay, but redundancy down means total no access. Okay, things already I told now IDS, IPS monitoring. Okay, so what are the packets are incoming, outgoing, public packets are there. That is also security monitoring. It's very simple. I put a security monitoring. Okay, security monitoring is important. Okay, next one is physical security monitoring is physical security monitoring is there. Who is went inside and all. Okay, check the logs. Okay, logs monitoring, who are accessing, who are authenticated, like that. Okay, users monitoring kind of stuff. This is a IT monitoring. And also physical environment monitoring, like monitor the temperature. Okay, monitor the temperature, more moisturizers. Yeah, maybe. So moist means wet condition. How is the wet condition, temperature, radiation, how much radiation total is there, how much oxygen levels are there. Okay, so monitor the oxygen levels. So physical environment monitoring, how ventilations are working, how many people are there, and how much carbon dioxide they are releasing. Okay, so like that, monitor the physical conditions. And login logout. So the physical security I've written already there, so then I'm not writing here. Okay, so analyze the logs and then I will put it here. So we'll go physical security. In a physical environment, also monitor the physical environment. AC is working or not, or temperature is maintaining as per this one. Anything we have to take care, like divert the cooling system into one place to another place, like that. Okay, so what are the physical components? So what are the components we have? So compulsory we have to monitor all those things. Guys, understand this point? Very big story, right?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood. Okay, or brain damaged?
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. Then okay, no problem. Okay means already brain damaged. Not okay means not at damaged. Which one is? Okay. So here small thing is I am going to add it, that is like a people. Up to now we are talking about the infrastructure and monitoring system maintenance, like. So what are the peoples required to manage this thing? Server admins, right? Server administrators are required, network administrators are required, different positions are there. Okay, different positions are there: server admin, network admin, um, service desk. Okay, service desk people are required, service desk person is required. What is your trainee engineers? Okay, trainee engineers. Trainee engineers, analyst. Okay, analysis, something like that. So analysis, analyst, system analyst, network analyst. This analyst is a program analysis trainee. Okay, or trainee engineers, engineering trainees, any name. Okay, requirement is there. Of course, help desk people is required. Physical environment maintenance people are there. Continuously monitoring people are there, like a NOC people are required for a network monitoring related one. Okay, so like that, so many other positions are required for a management. So this is your data center. Okay, total a server room, there it is there, but you have to monitor, you have to maintain, you have to rent, or maybe you have to put more lot of money, and you need a suppliers for each everything, like one is a network supplier, like that is, so that those people also required for managing this entire infrastructure. Okay, understand guys up to now? Okay, of course I've written a big diagram. If I don't put this one, then just it will, time will be saved, but I given both things wise with the thing. Okay, so what are the disadvantages of a data center? So traditional data center maintenance, this is what are the components are there and what is the problem here. So what is the problem here? So if you are a very big person, like maybe you can able to afford these things, okay, good, these are all things you can able to afford. Okay, then you can go for it. Okay, you can go for it. But if you cannot able to offer, means you are a small scale industry, or maybe a medium scale organization, it is there, mid organization it is, so you may not offer almost all kind of stuff, like a important one is security engineer is important. So all over this is a security person is required, because he is the person who secure your network, like you have to hire a ethical hacker. Okay, or maybe certified ethical hackers, you have to purchase it, and make sure that monitor your any institution is coming, like any attacks, predictable attacks, or secure your server access, VPN access. So the security engineer is also important. I put a security engineer, but different name of the security engineer is cyber engineer, security engineer, cyber security engineer. Cyber security is also important. I'm not encouraging cyber security course, but just I'm telling. Okay, not every company won't hire a security engineer. Okay, you have a lot of companies, but not every company won't maintain a security engineer for everything. Very good. Vishal is a good boy. Now he's asking tea break. Good.
Sir,
Okay.
it's needed, sir.
That's why I'm asking. Line damaged or not yet damaged?
A little damage, sir. That's why.
If it is damaged, means really damaged. Okay, so we'll take a break. Come back in a
Thank you, sir.
15 minutes break. I think 10 minutes is not okay. So 4:20. Okay, but be there in 4:20 guarantee. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
What happened? 5 minutes. So first of all, if you are working in an organization, okay, maybe I may have an enterprise. I'm maintaining management means my infrastructure. So my infrastructure, my organization infrastructure. What is meaning of infrastructure? And maybe what is on premises? Means what is on premises means? What is on premises within my organization, or for my organization purpose only, not for a public access purpose. On premises, my server is in my room, my desktop is in my room, or maybe my data center is in my office or organization, maybe in geometrically or maybe different geographical locations, but still this belongs to my organization on premises. Okay, meaning is that what is infrastructure? So this is not at all good. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, everybody ready? Can I start? Still, are you in break only?
No, sir.
So then tell. So can I start, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So let's start. So bad luck is, so when the screen is flickering, right? So that time this recorder not recorded, stop recording. So obviously it is only 5 minutes. I can't put it in a YouTube also. I will put a record from this GoToMeeting meeting kind of stuff. Okay, but that will be mixer reading. It is again crashed. Okay, so here we'll see what are the issues, problems over cloud. Okay, so cloud and as well as a data center maintenance it is. Okay, so what are the advantages of cloud? Why is only I will tell, so then it is become one single part only. So what is the advantages? So here it is, either you say advantages over thing, or advantages or benefits of cloud. Benefits of cloud. Advantages of cloud over traditional data center, on premises or a traditional data center. Means data center or like on premises you are maintaining on premises, or benefits of cloud or features of cloud. So like that. So like you can say like a features, we have to extract features from it. Okay, features of cloud. So what are their kind of stuff? We'll see it. So any name, guys. For one thing, there is a multiple different names are there, so we can combine few things, or we can remove from things, and we can tell that one as an answer. Okay. So here it is. What are the features of cloud, or benefits of cloud? Mainly advantage of cloud, whatever it is. So it is actually it is a reduce overall cost. It reduce overall cost on a user or organization. Means cloud can be used by either as individual user or can be used by an organization. Organization means an enterprise. Organization, enterprise, all these things names are similar. You know, people are there. It is nowadays like, so organization means there is an NGO is there, that is also organization. That is also there like that now. So it is not like that. It's a company organization, or maybe that is also, you can consider it is like a one simple organization using like that. Okay. Overall cost on a user will be reduced. So what is the overall cost of a thing? Like a user no need to buy a expensive servers, storages, securities. These are all overall cost will be reduced, and maintenance cost is also reduced. Means purchasing cost. So what is the overall cost? Is a maintenance cost. Okay. Purchasing cost. What is the spelling? So overall purchasing cost, maintenance cost, security cost.
So CHA, not you. CHPURCHASING.
Purchasing. Okay. So full name. Purchase or purchasing. So purchasing of components like that, purchasing cost, their licensing cost. Okay. So cost is in a different manner, like a licensing cost. Licensing, server licensing, or equipment licensing, purchasing, security, maintenance, physical security maintenance will be reduced. Okay. So physical security, you don't need to worry about any physical security, because it is not in our premises, right? Cloud means not in our premises. Very simple, right? So you need to worry about the physical security of a cloud, right? So cloud people will maintain the physical security. Network security. So you need to worry about a network security because of it is a highly secured connection. So we are accessing through internet. So only thing is, from your laptop, any issues is that there compulsory they'll verify to give a connection. So there are in a highly security maintenance. So you are using their virtual machines or applications or anything. So our system viruses are not attack on them, so they will maintaining a security. Okay. So network security, they will maintain in a both ways, like a external access, or maybe everybody can able to access, but they will maintain the high security level, because one time organization, it is like they will maintain all the purchases, all the IDS, IPS equipment, checkpoint server, firewall servers, VPN servers, proxy, everything they will put on a servers. Okay. Yeah, proxy, just morning only try and I recollected. You know, you want to create a proxy server, Microsoft threat management gate. Okay, threat management gate. So you can try in a Google. Threat management gate. Gateway or gate in Microsoft. Okay, Forefront threat management gateway. Okay, so F is there. So Forefront, Microsoft TMG, Microsoft Forefront TMG means Threat Management Gateway. Okay, so this is using this one, you can make a proxy server. Okay, already I tried this one and ASA. Okay, Forefront TMG, ASA, ASA servers also there to create this one. ASA is further developed into TMG, and TMG next level we don't know. So that's okay. So it's a 2010 time only. So we require all things. Okay, so this is the separate point. Yeah. Okay, so proxy we are hearing, but what is it? Proxy is nothing but proxy server is nothing but an application. It's an application. Okay, so we install that application in a server or a system. So then we can create our who can able to access or what website can be able to access through proxy server. Okay, what are the port numbers that we can configure it. Okay, I tried in 5 years back. I succeeded finally. So first time I tried ASA in 2011 time. I succeeded, but I blocked entire network. No one is accessing anything. Okay, so instead of some website. Okay, that is not happens. Okay, this is successful. Some website, some website. Okay, network security. These are all management cost will be reduced. Infrastructure cost. So purchasing cost is means your main infrastructure cost. Infrastructure cost will be reduced. Purchasing of infrastructure, CPU, RAM, cabinet. So all these things, data center you are purchasing, license for servers, virtualizations things will be licensing part will be reduced. Maintenance cost, AC maintenance, physical security maintenance, temperature maintenance, and system maintenance. So everything is a maintenance part will be reduced. So that's why I written overall cost. Overall cost means all this comes under the cost effective things on a user, right? Next, one more advantage or a future. So this second one is an important feature of cloud is it is pay as you go. Pay as you go type. Pay as you go type means how much you are utilizing. So pay as you utilize.
Paper use.
Okay, utilization, like are you utilizing a virtual machine? You are accessing only one virtual machine. Pay as you go or a paper your utility. This is the regions. Yeah, I have to tell that one also, right? Where is this? We'll keep it in the bottom. Okay, so here it is. You take Azure. Okay, so I can open from there, but also I can open the free things are at 12 months free things, like make a habituated to the people to use the cloud services. Okay, so it is like they make them to use 12 services like that. It is there always free. This kind of stuff is there. You can see here it is. Yeah, here it is showing it is Linux virtual machines, Windows virtual machines, B1S standard. What is the B1S standard? Is like a 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM. Okay, it's a disk utilization. It is they are giving a free services. These are a free kind of stuff. And also you can calculate the cost, like you don't want to purchase, like you can go buy now. I go to the pay now, pay as you go. Am I written pay as you go or pay as you go, right? Okay, so okay, here it is. See, pay as you go with Azure plus get free services also there. These are freebies only, not freebies. We should not say freebies. So like thing. Yeah, here it is. Reserved. Actually, price calculator is there. So if you go to the price calculator, so then you'll get more understanding. Okay, we'll see that one. Price calculator also. Here it is. Pay as you go. Reserved instant Azure hybrid benefits. Okay, it's just like a, what is a reserved instance? Is like a Linux price details, documentation, pricing calculator. Yeah, this is a pricing calculator. See, I want a virtual machine, so I click on a virtual machine. So just a virtual machine I want it. So virtual machine is added. Now it is showing a what kind of virtual machine. There is a regions are there for each and everything. So this is a United States region. Okay, India, if you want to put a Central India, South India, West India, like that. Where am I located? West India, right? West India. And this is the my it is showing like, see, D2 V3 kind of stuff, like 2 CPUs, 8 GB RAM it is. Okay, which operating system I want? Windows, for example. You want OS only or a OS with a SQL server or a BizStack server? I want OS only. Standard, low priority, or basics. Okay, tier is a standard one. This is the instance. See, if you go with what kind of infrastructure, like 1 CPU, 3.5 GB, 50 GB temporary storage is a 1.30. What is the lowest cost? I think this is the lowest cost. So if I go more, like, yeah, here it is. Very lowest cost it is. 1 core CPU, 0.75 GB RAM, 20 GB storage. So it's the lowest cost. It's almost like a 2 pies per hour. Okay. So license included. Okay. Pay as you go. How many hours free? It is a 730 is by default. It is thing. Compute optimize, general purpose, memory optimize. So which series you want it? Like that you can able to see, like a BS series you want, then you can get a BS series also. See, 1 CPU, 1 GB and 4 GB temporary memory. Who want 4 GB temporary memory? Yeah, we can add more memory if you want it. So manage disk. So you want a extra disk, you want a snapshot features. Okay, so you want a 32 GB or a 64 GB. Like this cost will be added. Every cost you can able to calculate, and then we can do it. So overall cost you will get it by here. Monthly cost. This is upfront cost. 1 second. So monthly cost I am getting $14.14. Like, you want a price in Indian, so Indian rupees. See, this is my per month cost. Per month cost. Upfront cost means how much you have to pay, like that. Okay, upfront cost. So we can reduce like a you don't want any. If you reduce this one, then obviously this cost not yet reduced, but yeah, it is still it is a zero cost for a free calculation, right? So here it is. Per month, average per month is as pay as you go 77312 rupees, right? So with the license included, like this one cost is there. If you choose Linux, then obviously you want Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS. I like CentOS. Okay, so then see, licensing cost is gone because of Microsoft. Microsoft license includes. Now it is no license included. It is a very less cost. So there are charging for a storage transactions per unit, like it. Okay, so guys, I'm selecting this one. 1 year reserved. For example, mine is only 3-4 months project only. 3-4 months project only. So I use for that purpose only 3-4 months completed. So then remove the virtual machine. But mine is more than 1 year, maybe 1 year or 1.5 years. My project is going on. So what I'm done, so I reserved for 1 year. So 1 year I will use it. Definitely I use 1 year. So then monthly cost is reduced. So how much difference is came? Almost like a 43% overall cost will be reduced. For example, mine is a long-term project. That means like 3 years, 4 years, I want to use this virtual machine. So I reserved for 3 years. It is almost like a 67% discount. I got it. So monthly cost is reduced. Again, I'm showing pay as you go is around 773, and 1 year if I reserved it is 438, and 3 years I am going, that is less cost. So in a public cloud, it's a pay as you go type. Okay, you can choose which one is better for you, like that. Okay, pay as you go, as you utilize infrastructure or which one is there, as long as you use it, as long as you use it. So then you have to pay. Next one is a reserved. So what is the utilize it means like you need a virtual machine then, or you need a particular services like a database or virtual machine or anything. So if you are utilizing means you are accessing. Utilizing means you are accessing. So you need a virtual machine to practice. So you don't require a cloud computing, or maybe you require. Depends upon your infrastructure, right? So you want something like a big one, so then you will go for it. So you reserved your instance. Means what are the things you are okay. So you reserve this instance like a 43%, like a, so you'll get a pay less. That thing is pay less, use more kind of stuff. Pay less, you use more. This is another feature. Okay, so if you are utilizing more resources, so comparatively will get a discount. Okay, pay less, use more kind of stuff. Reserved instance, obviously you will get a, if you reserve a instant per year, okay, per year, or per 3 years, example, per year or per 3 years, the pay is low. Okay, so the pay is almost low, very low price. So almost like a 72% you can save overall price, 72% save. Reserve instance for a saving money, like that. So longer period of year you're using. So that is, this is the one. This is a one more feature of your public cloud. Okay, so that is another one. Next one is access from anywhere. From anywhere you can able to access. Where spelling is not. Access from anywhere, and any device. Okay, sometimes any device is also possible. So for example, through internet we are accessing. Important is we are accessing through internet. So obviously wherever the internet is possible, so then you can connect and access. You don't require to maintain same laptop or same desktop kind of stuff. Any system you require, the only thing is when you are connecting, so you have to confirm the authorization and access, like access linking and key things. Okay, so then we can able to access from anywhere, and any device is also possible, like a tablets kind of stuff, not a mobile phone. I'm not telling, but so certain services maybe you can use from mobile phone also, but tablet or a tablet based systems, laptops, desktops, we can access, not a TV kind of stuff. Okay, so even smart TV maybe there is a services may provide, but think about total connections part. That's only one part. Okay, access from anywhere, from any device you can able to access. That is another part of cloud benefit. Okay, next. For developers, okay, so I want to develop an application, so I can also use the cloud computing. So very simple. So do not worry. Okay, don't worry. So don't worry about your infrastructure. The infrastructure limitations. For example, I have a computer is there, or maybe a server. It contains a dedicated CPU, RAM, and a disk space is there. But I want to develop something. I want to create something. Okay, developers. Any developer, like maybe a administrator, normal system administrator, or maybe a application developer, or maybe a game developer, or maybe a video editor, or like that. So your system infrastructure is a limitation is there. Okay, so you maybe a disk based limitation is there, so you don't need to worry about that infrastructure limitations. Okay, keep going like that kind of stuff. Okay, so you can keep going, so but you have to pay. So for example, I said don't worry, I have a restaurant, like I ask people, so don't worry about your food limitations. So as much as you can eat it, but you have to pay it. Okay, so it's not a unlimited food. Okay, it is not a limited food, not an unlimited food. You can eat as much as you can eat, but you have to pay the bill. That's the simplest thing. Okay, so don't worry about infrastructure limitations. You can keep going, so keep utilizing infrastructure, but you have to pay anyway. Okay, for example, how to delete this one. Okay, for example, I want to create a database. Okay, I want to create a database. So then I don't need to worry about how much space it will occupy, how much processing power is required. That much of I don't need to think. Just create an instant, start creating a tables and all. But you have to finally how much you are utilizing. As per that one, you have to pay for it. Okay, so like that. Kubernetes services, like a lot of services are there. Web application related things. Okay, so for example, I want to create a static web or a dynamic website or a kind of services. So I can create it without worrying about what is happens if I cross the limitations. So whether this there or not, so I don't need to worry about it. Okay, sample scenarios and saved estimations. These things are there. Of course, here it is for developers. Developer tools. I'm going there to developer tools. So DevOps, lab services, app configurations, like that. Okay. So this is another feature of or a benefit of cloud things. Okay. And next one is you don't have to worry about the backup always, because it's always it is a maintenance. But if you want a backup, you can take a backup of your virtual machines or your applications or database things. Also, you can apply for a data backups. So you don't have to worry about the power failures. Okay, power failures also you don't have to worry about maintaining generators, UPS. You need to maintain kind of stuff. Okay, so I point out only 4 now, but there is a lot of points also there. Okay, guys. Of course, there is a few more things are there, but they're all different kind of stuff. geographical accessories. Means if you take Azure or AWS, different geographical regions also are there. Means access your data center which is near to you. Okay, so access the data center which is near to you. Okay, so like that we can able to access geo replications also possible. Okay, yeah, here it is the 2 points of cloud properties: elasticity, elastic nature and scalable nature. Okay, scalable and elastic nature is there, so that's why we don't need to worry about infrastructure limitations. What is a elastic means like your rubber band. Like a elastic means it's like a rubber band. If you stretch it, it expands. If you compress it, means like you are leaving the stretching, means it come to the normal position, means it is like a auto scaling. It is a auto scaling type, means if load increases, okay, if you are having a normal server, okay, so normal server, okay, so if a normal server has a limitation, so if your load increases, again you have to deploy multiple servers to balance the load. But here it is auto scaling. Automatically it will create a more servers, and we can able to balance the load increases. Okay, it will load increase number of hosts or services. Okay, so number of hosts, for example, number of instance, you can see number of instance. So why I am put a increase, what happened to my fingers? So it increase number of hosts. For understanding, I put a number of hosts. Okay, so it will increase and load balance in that one. Automatically it create a load balance. That is a very simple elasticity. Okay, so next is a scalable means I need a more very simple again. If I need more host deployments or a more host or more deployments, means like a more application access kind of stuff like that, so I can increase okay, so I can increase as per requirement. Okay, so number of requests are coming, number of traffic increases, so I can increase bandwidth as per my requirement. The number of host deployments, bandwidth increasing, so it is not only a host, it is like a increase of bandwidth. It can be a increase of bandwidth. Okay, we can increase the bandwidth also. Okay, we can increase the bandwidth. Example, host balancing, increasing a bandwidth or a computational power, like that, it is there. Okay, if you go to the free pricing, so last time I went to reserved instance. Yeah, here it is, you can see here it is. This is like a functions kind of stuff. Okay, there are other things. Okay, these are all like a DevOps you can practice for users with unlimited Git repositories. So, but yeah.
Sir, like suppose if there is any client who is using the cloud services and he have taken the service for any particular data, like for 1 GB one system That's all. But if during the services his data is going out of the limits, like above 1 GB, then
Yes.
this elasticity, sir, will comes into place automatically, or he have to
Hmm.
first ask to the server.
When you are taking, so you have to tell.
Hmm.
So if load increases, please
Hmm.
increase my scalability also.
So, sir,
It
the
means like
client
a
have to,
scalability and elasticity.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the client have to report it first, na?
Yes. Yes.
And sir, in
Client
case if,
also takes that kind
hmm,
of service.
and sir, in
So
case if, hmm, in case if, sir,
yeah.
it's going out of the limits, like within a process, like if there is any backup and it's going out of the limit, then there can be a data loss if the client do not have sufficient amount of storage.
Actually, when it is as per the requirement, if it is
Hmm.
a process, it is automatically you will get a notification.
That's what I
Automatically
was
you
asking.
will get a notification. So like that, you are about to cross this number of
We
request load or maybe data storage is there. We'll get a
Right,
notification. Either you delete the access data, or maybe because it will be slow down, right? So not for
okay,
fun purpose. Usually you are develop a web server. You are giving a service to some customer. Now the customer's website is not working properly. Lot of complaints, right? So what
right,
you will do? So better to take prely. So extra storages you can add a, you can increase the storage automatically. First one, like in case you taken here 50 GB is there now. For
hmm,
example, you taken a 50 GB. Initially, you don't think like it is going to be highlighted, right? Sometimes for example, WhatsApp. Initially, people may not think WhatsApp is getting highlighted, and lot of services are came up and lot of gone. Now TikTok, all this gone, and what a lot of data on Instagram, right? Maybe it is not expected, but what happen when load increases, when more storage increases, it can increase also. We have to monitor it, and of course, there is a monitoring alerting system is there. Immediately they'll send a mail, increase the memory. If you increase, you have to pay extra. That's the simplest thing. Okay. Next one is load increases. You
yes,
need a scalability. Yeah.
yeah. So, sir, this feature basically comes under elasticity, no?
Yeah. Storage we can increase later. No problem now. But if you want elasticity, you have to tell, I need elasticity.
Right. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so you can see like a high performance compute, GPU
Hmm.
you required, computer optimize. It's a general purpose or a memory optimize or a storage optimization like that. It is there. Okay, so you can check with the series like this is in. I want it, but I didn't. But
Okay, sir. Thank you.
someone asked, okay. Is elasticity and scalability both are same or different? Scalability means increase the our requirements. Like scalability means I can increase. This is simply scalable. Auto scaling is a elasticity type, means increase and decrease. Very simple. Like here, where is this drawing tool? Scaling means increase. Like I have this infrastructure now. Now I want to increase. I want to increase. I want to increase. Like this, I keep increasing. That is scalable. Scalability is there. It means you can keep adding. Okay, either manually or automatically. Just we are adding. Adding is very simple. Is a like a scalability. Elasticity. Elasticity means load increases, scale it. Okay, load decreases, scale out. Yes. Commissioning and decommissioning. Actually, what is a commissioning and decommissioning? Commissioning means adding extra host, extra bandwidth, or like a more load balancers. So then we can stand the balance, right? Decommissioning means reduce the number of things, right? I think I given one example, like the counters part, okay, right? Like a counting kind of stuff. I will tell one more example. This is a pretty example, we know that one. So for example, flash sales. Are you here, right? Flash sales are there. Like a Flipkart or Amazon, new mobile phone is released. Earlier is very high, now it is very less. Not very, but less. Or maybe festivals. Okay, Amazon festival, Flipkart festival, everybody launch at a time only. Now what happened in a flash sales? It is will be over within the seconds only. They said 12:00 it starts. So you have to log in, means your authentication should be verified, your purchasing, and then once it is completed, and they will give you 5 minutes or 10 minutes barrier for payment. So once you are done a payment, so booking is confirmed, then the delivery, the process will start like later. So flash sales at a 12 means how many people will log in at a time. For example, if it is only India, okay, so will Flipkart, Amazon, Indian service, India, Flipkart or Amazon.in, like that it is. So they conduct a flash within India only. How much many people will log in? At least not to buy, at least to click on the buy button. Okay, so what happened? Load increases. So then we need a more servers, more service, we can, more bandwidth is required, more servers are required. Okay, so load balancing is required. So auto scaling, it's scaling. Now 12, now it is a 12:30. Almost sales completed, number of pieces are sold, completed, payment is completed. Now not required. What to do? Scale out.
Reduce
For
the
example,
bandwidth.
yeah, tell me.
Sir, I'm saying reduce the bandwidth then.
Yeah, reduce the bandwidth, reduce the number of servers. Auto deployments will be destroyed automatically. Destroyed automatically. Okay, so it will use very less. Elasticity and scalability. Guys, remember this. This is look like a normal things or things. I'm telling now. So it is useful for you. First of all, that is my only point. So second one is anytime maybe they will ask what is scalable. Scalable means increasing as per our requirement. So increasing size of your network, increasing the bandwidth, increasing of servers, like that. This is scalability. Elasticity means it is a commissioning and decommissioning, adding and removing automatically as per the requirements. We can able to add, we can able to remove also. And very good question, that is, if in case if you purchase a virtual machine or a particular service from the thing, is auto scaling is works or not, but you have to take that one. Auto scaling thing is you have to purchase, like I need these services. Okay, so this is about your main part of cloud, advantages of cloud and futures of cloud. And if anything is added, I will we should add it into that one. So now it is a 55354 now. So then I will go to the overview of AWS and Azure only. Okay, so we don't have other time. So AWS and Azure. Actually today I plan is I will finish Office 365 also and I will tell other things. Guys, you no need of depth knowledge of AWS and Azure. If in case maybe some people will already learn AWS and Azure from some institute or internet or anything. So if you learn already and you are want to focus what you learn, then it is okay. That is, I'm not stopping in that one. When you tell an interview also, but prepare well about those terminologies and all, or conditions or anything. Or maybe some people may done a certification in a Azure or a AWS or a Google Cloud Platform or anything. So if you learn something, just keep it and make it. So my point is, I am telling only overview. Okay, what are the services from AWS and what are the services from Azure, and another hand it is okay. I am not going to create any virtual machines or any services for you, because I don't have an account in AWS or Azure. I have an account, but I'm not activated my free account Wise also, because our classes are continuously going on classes. So if I take now, means now is July 19th. So next July 18th or 17th, it will be expired. Again, I have to pay for a next year. So next time, if I want to next year batches, so I want to show a virtual machine, I have to pay for that one. So I don't want to take that risk in any personal that much of interest candidates also I didn't find. Okay, so if in case any person who is very interested to do like that, I will learn and I will show you that one. Okay, but few things I'm going to tell what are the things. Here already we discussed about cloud computing, so I am not need to discuss the cloud computing. The only thing is domains. Domains in AWS, domains in Azure. It is a word only, so domains is like what are the services. Domains means what are the services from the AWS, and what is the use of that services, we will see. I think you have a PPT. I think I only see when sir is teaching. That time is already having a picture and all. So you can use that one for that one. Okay. So mine is always only one thing, that is they are keep changing from it. Okay. Either you go by site, so like a AWS. Okay. First is a AWS advantage of AWS, but both AWS, Azure, both are in a highlighted in the market. First of all, okay. So one second, pause, stop. Okay, AWS, Azure, I will put it in some separate part. But your record is keep going record. It is so guys relax for a 5 minutes.